Charles and Eddie from Would I Lie to You fame doing a car boot in Swansea. Really? Nice. Ah, let's get into it.
Leeds House.
Hello. Welcome to the Leeds House with me, James, on my own. Again, it's all good. Um, welcome. Welcome to another episode of the Sunday Club. We're going to be talking about Leeds match again, obviously, yeah. The one that happened today, an away performance. So before I get into all of the jazz that we're going to talk about, please like, subscribe, share, and hype. There's 4 things you've got to do. If you don't, gonna send that someone round with a cheese grater. I'm not gonna say what they're gonna do, but just use your imagination. Anyway, we've got some comments in already, and someone's really eager, and it's Fergal. Fergal, that ref, and the penalty miss, a tale of 5 minutes. Oh, hello, by the way. Hello, Fergal. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Yes, so before we get into the game today, I do want to have a little bring up the 'cause obviously last week was the FA Cup, and we found out that on the Monday we were getting West Ham in the next round, which was an away. I expected the away game because it's the FA Cup, and any cup games we only get like one home game every 3,000 years. So we're away to West Ham. It's going to be we're going to play them at the end of the season as well. What the other ties? The other ties are Manchester City and Liverpool, Arsenal, Southampton, Stockport, Chelsea, and then us and West Ham. So I mean, I think it's been stated, it could have been worse, could have been better. I think we're all hoping for the Port Vale at home, definitely not away, because we probably would have got turned over on that ground. Have you seen it? Have you seen their pitch, man? Wow, like playing on a bloody car park. But yeah, got a good chance of going through. I mean, you always start thinking of the living the cup dream when we go far, and very rarely do so. It's a good opportunity for us, I think, to get to the semis. Um, Obviously, there's going to be a big team going out. Liverpool and Man City are going to be going out, and then you're hoping that maybe there can be an amazing couple of shocks, and you get Southampton and Port Vale going through. But I highly doubt that. But what do you think? Are you happy with that? Do you think we can progress? And another question: if you had to pick one of the wins, which would you take? Would you take the cup, the quarter final, or the end of the season win, or just take both and be greedy? Yeah, let me know what you think. Yeah, so we'll touch on the FA Cup from last week. Um, Evening, Owner. How you doing, pal? Zane. I got sent to terrorise you, James. Crack on, mate. You can terrorise me all you want, because I know it's all love, really. It's all love, and he's laughing about that as well. Yeah. So, what do you guys think of the FA Cup draw? Are you happy with that? Do you think think we're gonna go on and win it? Because you know me, I dream. I think we're gonna win it, but yeah. So anyway, I'll dive straight into what happened today, which is why we're all here, and that was Crystal Palace nil, Leeds United nil. Um, I'll go through the game. I'll talk, sort of say my little view of it, what I took from it. And then I've got a few little talking points that you can all get involved with and keep me company. Yes, mate. Yeah. Yeah. We have to be, don't we? We have to be. No life in those eyes. What did Danny do to you? He just abandoned me, Zane. He's abandoned me. Kev's abandoned me. Just left me to carry the the Leeds House Sunday Club mantle by myself, and that's why I'm begging for people to come and talk to me, so I'm not just sitting in my room talking to myself like a sad act. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Um, yeah. So the game today, I thought. Oh, I'll get the team up actually first. I'll grab that team up because we all like to see what the team was, even though we all know. This is the team that started today. Nice couple of changes. Going two up top, sort of having a three, more like a three that could switch into a four with the wing backs and the three in the middle. Aronson and Purdue stack. I was quite happy with that. Lineup actually, I was quite happy that he went with Metcher and Calvert Lewin as a two. With Stack and Purdue and Aronson, I'm quite chilled about Aronson playing. You know what you're gonna get from him. And Stack and Ampadu, I think like I said last week or the week before, like I think they're your building blocks. I reckon going forward, into next season because I think Ampadu is just like showing a lot of quality, and I think Stack's probably only going to get better the more he plays. Yeah, quite happy. What do you guys think of that lineup? Did you want anyone else, or were you content with that lineup? Let's see what we're saying. Oh, Easy B's back. We won't win the cup because Fark is too cautious. Oh yeah, you're not a massive Fark fan, are you, Easy B? Petition for an Arto to be on podcast. I mean, he's on it anyway, mate. He's on it every week. Yeah, what's up with Kev? He's so unfair, a bit like the ref. Yeah, mate. He's just a busy guy, busy guy, and but Kev's gone on a date with a drag queen. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Or could we win the cup because Fark is cautious? Well, you know what I mean. It's you can just go for it, innit? It's cup. You can. I think we've got a very good chance to win it. Anything can happen in a one-off cup match. I was happy with the lineup. Would prefer to start Bogle over Justin. Yeah, I mean either way, mate. Either way. Zane, we need the views. Would you guys, if you had to pick a win, would you pick the win in the cup against West Ham, or would you pick the win in the last game of the season? Because I'm kind of thinking that, and I've had this feeling that when we play West Ham in the last game of the season, I'm thinking that we might not need to win it. I think we might already be safe, but that's me. I'm forever optimistic, so I'm gonna take the cup win and maybe have the loss at the end of the season because I don't think it'll matter too much. But like I said, if we can be greedy and have both. So yeah, the lineup I was quite happy with the lineup. I thought that it's very not a lot of quality in start that first half. It was very up in the air. The wind was sort of taking the ball about, and there was not a lot of like accuracy, not a lot of passing, not decent passing build up play. There was a lot of hoofball. I did think that we edged it though. I did think that we had sort of the better of them in that first half, and honestly, I thought this was going to be a game that we were going to go on to win. Obviously, we all know what happened at the end of the half. We had a couple of half chances, corners coming in. The Aronson chance. He's on his weak foot. Probably should have hit the target. And then the goalie decided to tease us a little bit. Thought he was going to take it in the goal himself, but he just sort of the slightest sliver of the ball was still touching the line. No, I reckon I'm going to be like me. I'm very conspiracy theorist. I reckon they doctored that, and I reckon it was well in the goal. A bit like Vicario. Did you see that today in the Liverpool and Tottenham game where he tried to keep the ball from going in and he sort of dragged it out, nearly hit a fan in the face and then brought it back on. But the rest of it, anyway. So there was that chance, and then obviously we got the penalty. And do you know what? I wasn't confident, and I don't know why. I've been quite confident with Calvert Lewin this season. Look, obviously the last couple of penalties is taken and scored, but I don't know. There was something today. It just didn't. I'm not just saying that because he missed. I genuinely, when he stepped up to take it, I don't know. Just I had this feeling. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Obviously he went on to miss the goal completely. He sent the goalie the wrong way. And as soon as he missed that, instantly in my brain, I thought they're gonna go up and score now because that's what tends to happen to us. Like we'll miss a penalty or we'll have a goal disallowed. Which obviously, IE Sunderland. I'm feeling like they're gonna bloody go up and score now or something like that. But obviously, the worst thing happened is we ended up getting a man sent off. Oh, Gabby, I've got a few comments in. Let's get there. Let's see what you've been saying. Oh, we won't need that one against West Ham. Oh, yeah, I agree. That's what I'm thinking, mate. That's what I'm thinking. I was also hoping to be safe by then. Yep. I'd rather win in the cup to avoid any drop in morale. I'll take the cup win, mate. We're all in agreement here. Easy B. I think Fark has become one-dimensional. He will run certain players into the ground instead of using that squad. The squad is far stronger than Fark thinks. Well, he took Greb out today and he did switch it up. He put two up front. Brought BL back in. You're not taking Goodmanson out. The stroke Roden, you're keeping them in. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, although his scoring's gone off, you know what he's going to bring to the team. Absolute battler. And bringing Metcher in, I thought was a good call. And Aronson, mate, you can't run him into the ground. I told you, this dude doesn't run out of energy. He's Red Bulled up to the tits. I thought it was decent. I mean, I know how you feel about Farker, mate. I've got more trust in him than you, and that's all good. We've all got our own opinions, though. If Fark's job was never at risk, he would never have gone to the system we developed at the start of the season. I don't know why we tried playing out from the back when that system was working so good. I think that's just his. I don't know. I think every manager they'll have a principle in playing, and like I said a couple of weeks ago, he has to make do with the players he's got. He's got to try and play his way, and to be fair, we've done it okay this season. Obviously, it's a lot harder. There's better players, and he's had to change it, and he has. He's changed it in some senses, but I think like if he stays and he gets the better players to play the way he wants to play, and then they'll be able to incorporate a bit more. Like if you look at the way we played with the better players in the championship, we sort of dominated most games playing that sort of way. It was only the odd game where people sat back and we sort of struggled to break them down, but it weren't really didn't cost us anything if in the league, if you know what I mean. But we'll see, man. The players did well today. We need to up front every game. I agree, Zane. Yeah. So back to the game. Yeah, there's that mad thing that happened with Goodmanson. He's got the book in. I think Brennan Johnson sort of give away a similar foul and didn't get booked, and it was a bit like. And then I believe that he didn't realise that Goodmanson had a yellow card, or he's just a spaz, and he booked him. But if he'd have known that if he'd have realised that he'd already booked him, I don't think he would have booked him. I thought he wouldn't have. But because he'd then got the yellow card out, he's like, oh fuck, I've got to give him a red card now. But then then that Brennan Johnson makes another similar tackle, and it's consistency. Like I'll talk about a bit more about the VAR and the officiating. I'm sick of it. So we go into the second half knowing that you almost think to yourself, "Oh, we're gonna probably lose this." Like most Leeds fans think we're gonna lose this game now. We're 10 men now. We'll just sit back and invite pressure. But I didn't really think that pressure came that second half. I don't think. To be fair, I don't think Palace were very good at all. And I reckon if we'd have had our 11 men, we would have went on to win that game. And we obviously brought on Gruev, took off Aronson and Mecha, brought on Gruev and Bogle to give us that 5 around the back. And then you had Gruev, Stack and Ampadu, and then Calvert-Lewin sort of running all about front. I actually thought that looked a bit more dangerous than them, even with the 10 men. I thought, we might nick this, you know. Let me get that off. Can't really recruit the way Fark wants to play. His teams is a recipe for disaster. If things didn't work out for us, also remember Fark had the opportunity to loan players in Jan, but he declined. I mean, you don't know that, do you? Who are these players that he didn't want? I'm pretty sure if there were players that he thought that would improve us, then not. I don't think they would have turned them down. There's so many factors that you've got to look into when you're recruiting players. It's got to be the right mentality. Look at Buonanotte. Everyone was pretty chuffed when he come in because he was that sort of missing thing that we were looking to get at the end, in the summer. And I don't think he's going to play very much because the odd games he's played, not really shown anything. So he's going to, like I say, we've all got our own opinions, mate. Question: which manager in the relegation battle are the best out of Forest, Spurs, Hammers, and Leeds? Forest, he's your Wolves manager that got sacked, didn't he? Spurs have got Jude. I don't really know. He hasn't won a game since he's been there, and Nuno's a bit up and down. Listen. I mean, I'm quite content with that. Obviously, if it turns out we go down, he'll get sacked. That's not. He'll get sacked, but I think he's done enough to at least try and keep us up, and I think we will stay up. I really do. Nuno probably. Tudor is the worst considering the situation he's in. Yeah. That won't be able to attract better players. He doesn't have the good record in the top flight football. It's not about that, mate. It's like people want to play for Leeds United. People want to play for us. Um, it's about the money as well, what we're willing to offer them. So that's nothing to do with that. I think this summer we'll have that little bit extra that we can sort of spend if obviously bear in mind that we stay up. Free ABT manager when Spurs have got like one proper fit centre back is laughable. Yeah, that dude that played for them today with the ponytail, he looks really bad. Looks terrible, doesn't he? That lad. Where was I? Sorry, yeah. So the second half, it was I thought we were fairly comfortable. Did panic obviously when they've scored that goal and it turned because when it was showing the replay, I was like, he's not offside. He's not offside, but it turned out Brennan Johnson's back of his ankle was offside, which I hate that fact. I hate them really tight offside calls that get called. But like, if it benefits me, I'm like, well, it is. It is what it is. I'll take it. But coming up with a 0-0 clean sheet away with 10 men for half the game is, it's a fairly good result. To be fair, it's a good result. I can't complain too much, and I do believe that if we'd have had 11 men on the pitch, we'd have definitely won that game. I've got no doubts. Let me get the stats up of the game. Going back to the game today, tell me how you thought played well and how you thought we sort of adapted to that going down to 10 men. I thought we looked pretty comfortable. This is the stats. Obviously, Crystal Palace taking a lot of the possession due to them having the extra man. Really slow they were. You think like when you got 10 men, you want to move them around so much on the pitch, and they were just slow. We were getting back into shape so easy. And I thought, fucking hell, did he even want to win the game? We even had a better XG. No, it's not much, and it don't really mean anything, but 10 shots to their 12, and they didn't even have a shot on target, which is mental. So obviously the ones that did go on target, they got called off for offside, so they didn't count. So that's, it's not bad going away from home and getting a clean sheet. I'm probably being a better team as well with the 10 men. Total touches inside the opposition box, 27 to 21. Palace. Yeah. So there's the stats of the game. Let's get my face back on there. Right. What are you saying, guys? What are you saying? Liverpool bad. Liverpool have been bad all season. They've had the odd decent game, but they've been bad all season. I don't rate that slot. I think he's a bit of a pleb. Whinges, complains. Yeah, not really a fan of Slot. There's a point in time when I wanted him to come to us when we were sort of looking at him, but no, not so much now. Good players want to win things. What are the chances of Spurs getting relegated, though? Who knows, mate? What are the chances? You tell me. Get the bookies odds up. You tell me. Leeds would have won. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Liverpool are terrible. I don't think the game means a Spurs. No, no, and it's like there's certain teams in certain games you play in where get up for it a little bit. You're playing at Anfield and you can either crumble or you sort of get off the game, and they did. The Spurs got off the game a lot, but Liverpool were terrible. Bit of a basketball game it turned into, just up and down, with just shit passing at the last moments, and then the sort of sloppy equaliser at the end. I reckon it's between Spurs and Forest. Whoever wins next weekend between them goes down. Possibly, mate. Could be a decider. Well, let's get on to first talking point. Yeah, so how are you feeling about this? Because it's sort of gone off the boil a little bit. He's not, obviously missing his penalty today. He did have a couple of good headers, but he's going for a little dry spell, and but you know what you're going to get in terms of work rate from him up there. We ain't really got anyone else that can do what he does. And he's really integral to sort of a part of the way we play. I do hope we get Okafor back because I think we're going to need him. Need him in the running. Um, yeah, I'm just hoping I'm hoping he gets, just gets a goal. Got Yeah, I hope he gets a goal soon. He needs to start putting some goals away because yeah, it's a bit dry for him. What are you thinking about DLC? Do you think that's his spurt gone now? Do you think he's shot his load, guys? Do you think it's all gone? Uh Leeds have the best chance of staying up simply because we're 3 points clear. Well, it's in our hands, and we've got the games, got winnable games coming up. But like, I don't like really saying stuff like this, but I think next week's game, I'll get onto it in a little bit, but next week's game is definitely I think we have to win it. We've got to win it. I mean, today it's like we're all sort of last week we took a bit of a hit, sort of gained a little bit of ground on us, but all the teams around us we all drew, so it didn't. It's one game closer to the end of the season, didn't have any real effect on the positions. Um, I just want to try and get closer to the ones above us if we can. But I think we can. I really do. I think we can. I think that we're not playing. I don't think we played poor today. I thought we played really well. Gave a gave very little away. Um, so the confidence in how we're playing isn't gone. Like if you compare it to the last time in the Premier League, we looked like we were all devoid of ideas, and people were just walking through us and just scoring for fun. And we're playing for each other. So yeah, we've definitely got winnable games. Um, yeah. So let's talk about the Gabby. And the thing is, last week I didn't do my man of the match. Last week I completely forgot about it. And Gabby Goodmanson got my man of the match last week for his goal and his first goal, first assist. And then lo and behold, next game he gets sent off, and I just feel it's a bit shit. I feel it was a bit of a shitty. It's our first red card this season. How mad is that? First red card this season, and it wasn't a red card. I don't think he deserved to be sent off. It wasn't a yellow card. That second one, the first one probably was a little bit. Um, but then again, we're talking about the consistency, aren't we? When you see, like I've mentioned it, Brennan Johnson committing very similar fouls and taking him 3 fouls to get booked, and then you see then Gabby's just you just want a bit. You want a bit of consistency from these guys, and it's never coming. Like I'm so like I just feel like this shit right. I just think it's like it's got worse. Like they bring in VAR to make football better and to like not miss things, but they're still missing things, and they're like I said, I think it's making football so bad. The refereeing standard has dropped dramatically. And I don't know if they're doing it on purpose. I don't know. It's fucking shit. It's shit. When you think about we're the best, it's the best sort of brand of football in the world, and but it's probably one of the well, this is probably being a stretch because I've seen some crazy refereeing in other countries. But when when you're the eyes of the world are on you watching these games, and they are, that's why it's changed so much. And you see these refereeing decisions. The fact that he forgot that he'd booked him, you can see him panicking like, it's ruining football. I just need to, I think VAR needs to go or use it for very specific things. I think the linesman should just take control of the offsides. They should just be in control of the offsides. They make mistakes, but let them be in control of the offsides. Um, Handballs, I think like the way handballs interpreted now is just gone completely mental. It's like in the olden days, if you moved your hand toward the ball, that's handball. But now it's just like if you're like the way your body moves, like it has to be in natural positions. Nobody runs around with their arms straight out next to them like that. Nobody runs around with their arms close to them like that. Nobody runs around with their arms behind their back. No one does that. You move your arms with your body, and it's like as long as you're not moving your hand towards the ball. I mean, if I didn't support Leeds and I didn't have a club that I want to watch and obviously love, I wouldn't watch football nowadays because it's shit. Like the Championship, you could probably watch them games because the quality is not that good, but it's just referees just making decisions. While I say in that next season, I think next season they're bringing VAR in there as well. So it's gone to shit. The refs are terrible. They are. I see it now. We'll beat Brentford, draw with Scum, and beat Wolves. Even though I did say that we would beat Scum last week, you could fuck holding he tongue over the ref. They rely on VAR too much. They do. It's like even what's the other thing that annoys me? When they won't put the flag up for an offside, and it's like they're seeing if maybe they score a goal on it, and they've made the mistake. It's mental to me. But in other instances, they'll just whack the flag up straight away. What is that about? It's so mental. Just imagine, right? I said this. I think I said this last week. Just imagine their players offside or even our players offside, but they obviously they do that thing where they allow the player to go on, and then there's like a bad tackle or someone pulls up with an injury and someone gets injured. But if you just put your flag up when you're supposed to, doesn't it doesn't happen. I just think it's stupid. It's weird. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I never stress about refereeing. If the game plan is to keep things tight, you run the risk of poor refereeing decisions tilting the balance. I mean, it's not so much a stress about it. I accept that it is the way it is now, but it's still bad, man. Just for the just to like I say, just to watch football nowadays. Like if I didn't have a football club, I probably wouldn't watch football as much as I used to. I used to watch all football, but I just hate VAR. I hate the refs. Hate them all. They're all crap. Seafark, where is he? Can you see him now? What's he doing? Is he eating cake? I'm not even, mate. Um. Anyway, on to the next. It is another clean sheet, which is good. Got to take the positives from these situations and play with 10 men and come out with it. And to be fair, not even looking like we were going to concede. I mean, I know, like I say they did score that goal, but he was offside. Just, just. But other than that, and do you know what? As well, I'm. The more and more he's playing, apart from the very, very first thing when he nearly kicked the ball into their forward and they won, Darlow's been sound. I haven't had much to complain about him. Touch wood, touching all the wood I can because I'm very wary about. I called for him to just whack Perry back in for the running, but you know what, Darlow's been okay. Um, so yeah, he'll probably stay in now. Probably stay in there, and Perry will just win us the cup. That's what'll happen. Perry will just be our FA Cup winner. But another clean sheet, another point on the road. Happy that we didn't lose as well. Yeah, another just to sort of add on to that, defended really well. Everyone did, especially Road and Strat. I think Strat played well as well. Beal was a bit hairy, a little bit, but like he made one fucking amazing tackle. But when he did it, I shit myself. It was right on the corner of the box, and he did this sort of like diving lunge with his leg, brilliantly timed tackle. But it was on a yellow, and when he went for it, my ass did do this a little bit. But I think he just needs to stay in now. I think you just need to keep these three in. Roden, Strauch, and Biol. Because I think like we look solid, absolutely solid. All three of them are like beasts in the air as well. So yeah, defended really good, really good. Yeah, I ain't really done many talking points this week because it's a bit rushed and I thought Kev might have come on, but it's not obviously come on. But I will pick a man of the match. You guys let me know who your man of the match is. Or back at the man of the match. It's not him though. It was him last week. It's not him.
Leeds House, man of the match.
Yeah, for me, Joe Rodham. Thought he was really good today. Got his head to everything. Last ditch tackles. He's quick. He did that when he burst up the right in the corner with two guys. Played it into Stack. The Stack sort of crossed it in and defended it well in the end. But yeah, I thought Rodham was really, really good today. Excellent. One of my favourite players. What about you guys? Who you picking for man of the match today? Rodon. Yep. Yes. Oh, Easy B's gone for BO. Yep. Won't argue with that. Rodon all day. Yeah. Rodon for me as well. Yeah, I thought, you know what? Considering how the game went and considering all the craziness that happened in it, that 5 minute spell of just absolute mentalness. I thought we played well. I thought we did well. I thought we were unlucky, and I've said it probably 6 times. I'm going to say it again. I think we absolutely would have won that game today had we had all our men on the pitch. Absolutely. And the thing is, I was sort of thinking to myself about how like getting James on as well, just for his speed, just for some breaks and stuff. So there was a part of me thinking that, but then I think the other reason why, I mean, who would you take off? Would you take off maybe? Would you take off a wing back? Because I don't think you can take. Don't think you can take Calvert-Lewin off, not because of what he does up front, because he's a massive defensive strength as well. Because he's massive and he can out jump everyone. So I think there's an element of keeping him on for his defensive work as well, especially with crosses and corners coming in. But there was a part of me thinking, oh, how could we fit James into this? Get him on for the last 10 minutes or something, just to, if we can break on him. but I was just, you know, I mean, we still did all right, and I still thought there was a part of me that thought we might nick this, we might get an opportunity to score, and I thought it was going to come when Stack caught that sort of half volley on the edge of the area, but yeah, wasn't to be, wasn't to be, wasn't to be. Is there anything in the games that I haven't mentioned today that you want to talk about, guys? If you want to hit me up, I'll take Roden all day off for Einar. Um, yeah, it was a bit of a dodgy game at the start, wasn't it? It was a very up in the air. No one could really get their foot on the ball, but we were definitely the better team. So that brings us on to this massive game next week that's turned into Brentford up next week. It's on a Saturday night at 8 o'clock. So can we claim that back now? Can we claim the evening kickoffs at Ellen Road? Can we get that back? Can we start winning again? Can we win, please? Can we win? We've we've played phenomenal since the Man City game. Probably the Arsenal game at home was probably the one game where we didn't really we just got scored. They just yeah, they were just better than us. There's nothing we could do. But every other game, or mostly every other game, maybe the Everton second half, we sort of sat back a little bit. I think every other game we've been really, really good. Really good. Um, and there's been a lot of really shit decisions against us as well. And I know, like, all clubs probably say this, but you could probably go into most of our games and pick a moment and go, that could have changed the outcome of this game. Just missed handballs and missed penalties, and yeah. So next week's it's big. It's big in the sense that we just need to win, and it's a home game. So I think as good as we are at home, and as good as we've been at home this season, I think these last few games at home, there's going to be an extra element of pressure, and it's going to be felt from the fans as well. Um, and that's the only thing that I'm sort of like not worried because I'm very confident. I think we're going to do. I think we'll be fine. But just in the general terms of being a Leeds fan and how that sort of incorporates into the match and the match day feelings and stuff. These last 4 games at Ellen Road, they're going to be so pressurising. So I think if we can get the win as quick as possible, just to ease a bit of them nerves. Um, Sendings off will increase because there's a lot riding off these games. I mean, only if they valid sending offs, they should increase. Not, I don't think they'll just increase because of the fact that, well, it's getting pressurised. Let's just, if there's obviously dodgy refs as well. Um, Next game, we need an attacking team and an attacking tactics. Well, I think today he was quite attacking, mate. I really do. I think like we talk. I think I don't know if you're referring to the fact that we've got obviously 2 fullbacks, but they're very attacking players. And that's how we were last season. Our fullbacks were a part of the attack, and Firpo and Bogle getting involved in a lot of goals and assists. Um, and if he does what he does, if he does next week what he did today, I'll be happy with that. If we play 2 up top next week, um, see the team that he started with today. Obviously, Goodmanson won't play, so it'll probably just be Justin that goes over there. I'll be quite happy with that team that played today. I was happy when it come out. I was like, we've gone 2 up top, and I've been asking for that for a long, long time. And I think a lot of people have been wanting that, having 2 up top. So if he goes with that next week, I'll be happy with that team. What would you do? What team would you have next week? UGB. I have total confidence in the squad, and the only doubt I have is Fark. But why do you have doubts? What is it? Is it because he's so cautious? Just a cautious man. I mean, maybe you're just always going to be that way. You always, because there are fans that just don't think he's good enough, and they won't think he's good enough until he absolutely proves them right. And it's like they hold on to the fact that he's been poor in the Premier League before with very different teams, very poor teams, and wasn't backed. Um, I think he's doing well. I really do. I think he's shown the ability to change. I know that he likes his consistency. I know. I don't think it's like favoritism. I think that's he don't favour players. He just likes consistency, and obviously he sees them every week. He sees them, and I said it last week about Tanaka and Nonto, particularly, that as good as they are on the ball and attacking wise, I think we miss a defensive element to them. And I know that's not what fans want to hear, but I think defensively there's a little bit less trust in players like Tanaka and Nonto, and he just likes that. He, you can say he's cautious in a sense, yeah, but I think there's reasoning behind it because of the position that we're in as well and where we are. But I said if I think if we were in a bit more of a comfortable place and more secure place, and that we say we're in a position now like we're past the 40-point mark now. I think you might see them playing a bit more because they'll be a little bit more relaxed in us not losing the game as opposed to just going out and being a bit more comfortable and going to win the match. I've just put that on. Sorry, I could see Fark seeing out his contract and then moving upstairs as a director of football. Do ya? I absolutely don't see that at all. I really don't see that happening. You know, who knows? Next game, moved Justin for Goodmanson and Bogle to the right back. Yeah. So basically, the team today. But so yeah, I'll be quite happy with that next week. Brentford are decent though. They weren't good when we played them last time. I thought we probably should have beat them, but they've massively surprised me, Brentford, this year, and especially Keith Andrews. As much as I don't really like him that much. Perry, Roden, Strout, Boyle, Bogle, Goody, Ao, Longstaff, Stack. That's your team that you'd play next week. Well, is Goodmanson's probably be banned, so we won't play him. You know full well that's your team that you play. Fair enough, but you'll play as captain. You'll play Ampadu. Obviously, the weapon of the long throw as well is it's the new thing this season, ain't it? I mean, I love Ampadu. I think Ampadu's so good. He's had a couple of little shaky games, but on the whole, I think he's been really, really good, really comfortable. But that's the team you play. Anyone else? But yeah, getting back to Brentford, I think they're effective in what they do. That lad they've got up front, we absolutely snuffed him out of the game, and that's why I think you might have the free next week because you'll have Biol on him. And the last time we played them, he didn't get a sniff all game. That chap that scored loads of goals from. Um, yeah, I think we just have to go for it. Got to go for it next week. I agree in a sense of not being cautious in the game, and I don't think we will be. I think we'll just go out from the start like we did against Man City, like we tried to against Sunderland, but failed miserably. Ampadu has been shaky last couple of games, but was solid today. One of our best. Yeah, I mean, not every player is going to be 100% amazing every single game. Got to give them a little bit of credit here and there. But yeah, Ampadu would be one of my first. It's not even like the quality is there, but it's what he organises, and I love the fact that he's always in the ref's ear. We need that, especially in this league. Um, what do you think? What you predicting next week? What you predicting for the Leeds United at Brentford? What's your score predictions for next week? I'm gonna go, big must-win game at home under the lights. Oh, 9-3. I'm gonna go 9-3. Sounds like a good score, that does. 9-3. Get our goal difference up a little bit. Yeah. I know, mate. If you think about it, my score is like a derivative of yours, just like 3 times what you usually put. Yeah, 3-1. Couldn't give a prediction until I see the side. Well, I'll tell you the side right now, mate. What it's going to be is going to be Darlow, Beal, Roden, Strauch, Justin, Bogle, Stack, Ampadu, Aronson, Mecha, and DLC, unless there's an injury through the week. Or unless Okafor, no, he won't start Okafor even if it's fit. I'll probably put him on the bench. But that's what I reckon the team will be next week. So if it's that team, what do you think the score will be? Easy B. What do you think it will be with that team? Fergal, what you going for next week, mate? Zane, if you're still here, what are you going for? I think it could win. Yes. Do you know what? I'm going to go on better. I know it can win. 9-3. It's going to win 9-3 next week, and we're all going to be very happy. I'm not. Is it Forest and Spurs next week? Is that who's playing next week? Trying to think who else. Where has West Ham got Fulham? Well, I just made that up. I think I might have made that up. I'll try. You know what? It doesn't really matter as long as we do what we need to do. It's in our hands. We just need to win the games that we're supposed to win, and we'll be fine. Yeah. There's not really a lot more to say on that game today. It was another point, another clean sheet. In-game management is my issue. Okay, mate. I understand. 3-0, yeah, Forest vs Spurs, yeah. 3-0 Fergal. Nice, mate. Nice. Sound. Right. That's not really much more to talk about, guys. It's getting late. I need to go to bed. I've got to get up for work. So I'm gonna stick these on one more time. Sunday Club at the Leeds House is going to close very, very shortly. Please like, subscribe, share, and hype. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell people you don't know to come and watch this because it's just really so much fun and exciting. And we have great conversations. Love it, Easy B. Love it. It's been a pleasure. As always, I know you too, mate. You too. I'll be back next Sunday. I will be back next Sunday. We'll just leave it at that. And then if someone else is with me, it'll be a lovely surprise for you all. Yeah. On to Brentford next week. I'll see you next Sunday. Take care.